Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly CTF walkthroughs. This is the fourth week we are doing the walkthroughs, and today's focus will be on forensics. If you missed the last 3 weeks, we have all of them on the ICRA YouTube channel, so you can review them there. So for today's focus will be on mobile forensics. As per the CTF, we had two categories. We had mobile and computer forensics. We'll split them into two. So we'll cover mobile forensics this week, then we'll cover computer forensics next week. My name is CK. I lead the mentorship team, and the co-creators of the CTFs are Kelvin Madenge and Ruby Nyambugi. Kelvin did the computer forensics CTFs and Ruby did the mobile CTF challenges. I'll let Ruby introduce herself and take over the session as she goes through the mobile CTF challenges. Then Kelvin will pick up from there next week. So Ruby, you can start the walkthroughs of the mobile challenges.
Okay. Hello, I'm Ruby, a digital forensics researcher and developer. I mainly focus on mobile forensics. So the CTF, I provided an image. I think I'll just share my screen. So an image for this CTF, an image was provided, a mobile device image that was acquired using Magnet Acquire, which is a forensics acquisition tool. And so I'll jump right into it. The first question was, what type of mobile image do you have? So to answer that, so this was what was provided. It was a zip file. So this is what was provided. And once you unzip it, you get this folder. And from the file name, we can see it says LG Nexus 5X quick image. So the file name already gives us the answer, which is a quick image. Additionally, when you peruse the folders, the file structure of the directories suggests that it's a logical acquisition. So a logical acquisition basically implies a bit-by-bit copy of logical storage objects, directories and files that reside on our logical storage. So we had a quick image or a logical acquisition. So the second question, question number 2, is which device was this image taken from? Once again, the file name suggests it was taken from an LG Nexus 5X device, but I could have named it something else, maybe just to confuse you. So looking further into it, you can look through the folders and you'll find a text file called device properties. It's under live data, and then you will just see it here, device properties. You can choose to go through the entire document to quickly scan through it. But I simply just did a quick search for device. So from the top, I just did a quick search for device, and I could see a few details about the device. So I could see that the manufacturer was LGE, and then I could see the product model was Nexus 5X. So it confirms that the device was a Nexus 5X as named on the folder. So we'll now look at question 3. What is the device's IMEI number? For this one, I used a free trial of Magnet Axiom, and I was able to find the IMEI number. Unfortunately, my free trial has ended, but I also looked through one of the databases here. So under agent data, I found a database called,
Ruby.
Yes?
I think, are you switching to something else? Because it's still on the questions.
Yes, I'm
document.
switching. It's still on the questions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 1 minute. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to be seeing. So I'll just be naming the question because it seems there's an issue switching between the two. So I'm just going to take you through what I was showing you in the first question, the second question, and the third, and then we'll cover the third question. So I'll go back. So the first question was asking what type of mobile image we have. And this is the folder that we had once you unzip it. This was the image, and once you unzip it, you got this folder. And we can see the name is LG Nexus 5X. And it says it's a quick image. So that already gave us the answer, which was a quick image. But yes, and the file structure of this image tells us that it's a logical acquisition. So question 2 was, which device was this image taken from? And once again, from the file name, from the folder name, you can see it's an LG Nexus 5X device, but this could have been named to anything. So just to be sure, you can go to live data and you'll see this text file called device properties. So you can choose to scroll through, but I just searched for device. And I was able to see some details about the device. Here we have the manufacturer, which is LG, and then we have the model, which is Nexus 5X. So question 3 was, what is the device's IMEI number? So for this specific one, as I'd mentioned, I used Magnet Axiom. I used a free trial of that to find the IMEI number. But searching through the databases on the device, on the databases on the image, I found the database called Agent Sim, and I opened it using DB browser for SQLite. So I browsed the table, specifically the data table.
Ruby,
and yes?
It's still not switching. We are on the browser, the Windows Explorer page. Yeah.
Okay, let me switch. Okay, there we have it. I believe you can now see CK.
Not yet.
Okay, there we have it.
Still on the Windows Explorer window.
Oh gosh, okay. I don't know what's happening. Let me just.
Yeah, now it's switched.
Okay, great. Okay, so I had already, using Magnet Axiom, I had already found the IMA, but on this folder, when I was looking through this DB just to see what it contains, I found that the IMA number was listed under device ID. So this was the IMA number 3536 to 60 750 95047. So question 4 was on what mobile network does the SIM belong to? I also found the mobile network on this DB, and you can see the SIM operator name is Safaricom. So the answer to that was Safaricom. Question 5 was on which social applications did the user have installed on the device? So there were multiple ways to find the answer to this question, and I'll take you through each one of them. So the first place I looked is under the SD card folder. And here I was able to find the media folder belonging to Telegram and to WhatsApp. So whenever you install these applications, they create a media folder for things like images, database, the databases and stuff like that. So this led me to know that those two applications were installed on the device. The second way I was able to see this was looking at the ADB data app folder and under apps specifically. So I quickly browsed through looking for any of the popular social media applications. So I was looking for things like Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp. And in this specific folder, I was only able to find the package belonging to WhatsApp, so com.whatsapp. So this again just confirms that WhatsApp was installed. So I still went ahead to look if I maybe missed something, or if there was any other folder here that would lead me to any social media application that was installed. So in the agent data folder, in the accounts DB, I specifically focused on the data table, and here it tells me the accounts on the device. We have a WhatsApp account and we have a Telegram account. So now I have WhatsApp and Telegram. Once again, in the agent data folder, there is the agent MMS SMS database. So in this specific database, I was able to find a few messages with confirmation codes belonging to Twitter and WhatsApp. So I'm just going to quickly browse through the MMS SMS table in this database. And just by looking at the messages here, you're able to see a WhatsApp code was sent, and also a Twitter confirmation code was sent. So now we can see that we have Twitter, Telegram, and WhatsApp. So the last place I checked, just to be sure I hadn't missed any social application, was under the live data folder. And here I looked at, I went into the I looked at the usage stats. I looked at the usage stats file, and here I could see, first of all, the usage stats are basically has information about recently used applications along with their date of usage. So I knew I'd find quite a lot of data here. So I quickly thought of the common and popular social media applications that we have out there. So I had Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram, Facebook Messenger, and Instagram. So I quickly searched to see if those applications were installed. So I'll start with WhatsApp. If there was any information on this application. So I could see we have usage stats for WhatsApp. So the next application I searched for was Twitter. And you can also see Twitter was also installed on the device because we have usage stats for it. I also looked for Facebook. And you can see Facebook's package name, and you can see some usage stats for that. I also looked for Messenger. So I found Telegram. Telegram was also, you can see some usage stats for Telegram. This means it was installed. And then I also searched for Instagram. And you can see Instagram was also an application that was installed and that was used on the device. So we had WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook Messenger, Telegram, and Instagram. All those applications, social applications, were installed on the device. So the next question, one other place that I looked at was in the DAMSIS data and in the account text file. So DAMSIS is basically just a tool that runs on Android devices and provides information about system services. So here I was able to see Facebook, accounts belonging to Facebook, accounts belonging to Messenger, accounts belonging to WhatsApp, an account belonging to Telegram, and one belonging to Twitter. So it just confirms that those applications actually were installed on the device. So we had several ways to find this information. So the next question is a bit long, so I'm just going to share it. In the time zone GMT +3, when was this text message received in the format? And I've provided a format there. And the text message was saying, nitumie kwa hii number, please. And there's a phone number in brackets. Then itatoa jina Douglas Mugendi. So to answer this question, I went back to the databases. The specific database was MMS SMS. So I'm quickly just going to go there. So it was under agent data and then agent MMS SMS, where we'll be able to see the text messages that were received and also sent out. And we are looking for that one that says nitumie kwa hii number. And we can see it here as number 29. And the question is asking what time was this message received in a specific format. So here we can see the date over here. So on Android, the date and time is stored in Linux epoch form, Unix epoch form. So we are going to need to convert it into human readable date and time. So we are just going to use an online epoch converter to do this. So we have my browser there and a quick Google search to epoch time converter. I've used it before, so it gave me this suggestion over here, and I'll quickly copy the date that we saw in the DB. And paste it there. That's what we had. And then we convert it now to human readable date and time. And we wanted the format we wanted it in GMT +3. So in our time zone, the time zone in Kenya. And so we had Wednesday So we had Wednesday, October 23rd, 2019 at 3:32 p.m. So that was the answer for question 6. So the next question is, what was the number that sent the message in a specific format, starting with +254? And under address, we can quickly see the number that sent that message. So it's this number, +254 794 660124. So that was the answer for question 7. Question 8 was, an international call was received by the user. Which country did the call come from? So the first thing here is to be able to identify the database that contains call records, and also be able to look through and see which call was from an international number and which country the call came from. So we can see there is a contacts 2DB. So I opened it and quickly looking through it, I saw a calls table. And I could see the call records that were made. And I could see one specific number here that's a +44. And this 44 is the UK's country, is the UK's code, is the UK's country code. So I knew that this call was from the United Kingdom. So I just searched for +44 on Google, and then it gave me 44 is the UK's country code. So the answer was United Kingdom. On question 9 was, list the names of the wireless networks this device connected to at one point or another. So while going through the various data in this image, I came across the Wi-Fi DB. I opened the database using SQLite browser, and I was able to find Wi-Fi configurations. And here we're able to see the various Wi-Fi networks I connected to. So we have Kongoni, Rogue, Ikral Hub, and Robots. Question 10 was, what is the mobile device owner's username on Twitter? So this takes us back to the DAMSIS data, and specifically to accounts. There's a text file called accounts. So the DAMSIS data and accounts that we had looked at previously. And here we are able to see again, the account, the Twitter account, and we have the name as Kami Lenana. So this was the answer to question 10. The device owner's username on Twitter was Kami Lenana. Question 11 is on the Google accounts that were linked to this device. We already in accounts, and we can see we have 2 Google accounts. We have Coco Ash 100 and Lenana Kami at gmail.com. So those were the 2 Google accounts that were linked to this device. Question 12 was asking if the device was rooted. So here you're looking for indicators of roots in the file system. So the first place I decided to check was the ADB data folder, and I went through the apps. And here I was able to, I found an application called, BusyBox, quickly searching through. So I'm going to quickly search. I looked through all the apps installed, but now I'm just going to quickly search. Okay, for some weird reason, it's trying to open instead of search. Oh, here we have it. So I found BusyBox. And BusyBox is just an application that can be downloaded from the Play Store. And for BusyBox to work, it requires root. So a user who's not rooted their device would not benefit from having BusyBox on their device. But that still doesn't tell us that the device was rooted, but it's an indication that there's a possibility that the device could have been rooted. So I continued my search. I found nothing else in the apps folder that led me to believe that the device was rooted. However, within the SD card folder, I found SuperSU, a zip file which is used to root a device. So that was another indicator that there was a possibility that this device may have been rooted. And once again, I looked through usage stats just to see if there was any root application, data on any root application. And I searched for SuperSU. And I could find this package, Chainfire, SuperSU, and it was last used, and it was used because you can see the last time it was used. So this led me to believe that, yes, indeed, the device was actually rooted. If you also search for BusyBox here, you'll also find it. And you can see BusyBox was also last used at a certain time. So once again, it also led me to believe that this device was rooted, because to use BusyBox, you actually need root access. So to answer that question, yes, the answer was yes, the device was rooted. And question 13 was on what are the indicators of root that can be found on the device. And the answer was SuperSU and BusyBox as well. Question 14 was identify the forensics applications installed on the device, applications or application installed on the device. So the first place I chose to check is the apps folder. And here, this took me going through each and every one of these applications to try and see if there's anything that would stand out. And I found this package name called com via forensics Android F logical _ OSC. So the fact that it had the name forensics made me curious. So I decided to search for this package on Google. I quickly copied the package. So I copy pasted on my search bar, and I could see that AF Logical OSC is indeed an application. And quickly looking through the links, I found this one by Now Secure, and also their GitHub page, which says that this is an open source edition that has been released by non-law enforcement professionals, and it allows an examiner to extract call logs, calls, contacts, phones, MMS, messages, SMS from an Android device. So this was the application this was the forensics application that was installed on the device. I also found the same under agent data. Oh, under usage stats, sorry, I also found the same under usage stats. However, just on this first page, I could see another application, and it's called Magnet Forensics Acquire. And this was the tool I actually used to acquire this image from the device. I used Magnet Acquire, the free version. So in case you found magnet acquire, that was also a correct answer. So we had a logical or a C as the answer, and we had magnet acquire as well as the answer. And that comes to the end of the CTF questions. So I'm now open to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Ruby. So as usual, we will have this on YouTube for those who missed it or for future reference. You can always ask questions either in the comments, the chat, and we respond to them. Doesn't have to be exactly at this point, but even in future, you can use our forums, our Twitter page, our other platforms such as Discord, and any other communication platforms that we use. So in case you have any further questions, we will be able to come back and answer them for you. Next week, we shall cover the second part, which shall be computer forensics. Kelvin Madenge will be the one taking us through that. So if you haven't seen or gone through the challenges, you can still go through them. They are available on our CTF site. It's hosted at safercode.dev. You only need to register, and then you can access all the challenges and practice them in the meantime. So again, thank you everyone. Thank you, Ruby. And see you next week.